the channel. I'm Saabythesimmer, aka Saabythesimmer. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to another speed build on this channel. I'm back with a voiceover for this speed build today. But yeah, I hope you're doing well today. I'm doing good. I can't lie, I'm alright. I have built a base game build. I feel like, I don't know why I'm laughing, but I feel like I've done quite a few base game builds recently. So you might get, I think, one more base game build after this. I think, yeah, I've completed one more base game build already, so I just had to edit that footage. So you'll probably be getting another base game build after this. I might just break it up and put something else in between the base game builds, because I've done quite a few. But I just like the challenge, first of all, and sometimes I just want to make builds that are just like simple and also like easy for everyone else to just use and download. So lately the way that TikTok algorithm works is like you watch one video and then you see them all the time. So I've been watching a lot of like house tours, because like basically, like, you know when like realtors are selling, not realtors, what do you call them, like property companies, whatever they're called. I don't know if realtors is an American thing, but anyway, I've been watching like houses for sales, and like they'll do tours of the house and then tell you the price and all the information about the house and whatever. So I've been watching quite a few of them. And there's one I saw that I was like, I actually really like the floor plan, because it's just a bit strange, but it feels very English. It feels very like old style British floor plan. Like it's an old build. Like the staircase is like in the living room, but it's kind of almost like hidden. And I don't know what it was, but I just liked the layout of it. I just thought it'd be interesting to recreate in The Sims. You walk straight into the dining room. I think that's kind of different as well. Like not a lot of homes you walk straight into the dining room. You might walk straight into the living room, but not the dining room. So I just thought that was interesting, and it just felt very much like British. So I thought I would just recreate the house. I don't have like a reference image, because I just used the video that I saw on TikTok, so I might just leave the link for it. It might not, I don't know how long it'll be up there for, because obviously it's a house for sale, so it might go quite quickly. But the premise of it was I liked the floor plan, so I thought, let me recreate this in The Sims, which I feel like a lot of my videos start off as that. Like, I like this, let me see if we can recreate it in The Sims. I really struggled with the windows. I really wish we had more windows that felt more like they are like European or just like British style window styles. Like I don't know what our windows are called. I don't know if there probably is a name for the style of window, but I just can't remember what they're called. So I just tried to use the two different types of windows to like merge them together and create windows that I feel would work in like a realistic sense, like what the windows would look like. Like you'd kind of have the top bit that can open up. So like the small bit of the window that could probably open up as well as the bottom bit as well could open up, maybe like sideways. Yeah, I just feel like normally we don't just always have like one way of opening the window. There's probably like two different ways of opening the window, or you got two openings for a window kind of thing. Like in my bedroom, I've got a small little window and then like a longer one, and then the top one opens up and the bottom one opens up. So I don't know, I just feel like that's what I tried to recreate, because I was like, that feels realistic to me. And then we did like a really small like galley style kitchen. I didn't really do a galley style kitchen, because it's not like wall to wall. It's more so like a half. I can't remember what you call it, but I've literally saved on Pinterest this little photo of like different kitchen styles, and they have different names. And I can't remember what this one's called, because it's not a full galley. Like it's got some counters on one side and then half the counters. It's not really connected. It doesn't connect all the way around. It might still be classed as a galley. I'm not sure, but yeah. I liked it. I think it's cute. I think it's a really cozy home, because it's like small and very intimate. The only thing is, like, if you have packs like seasons, you want to have holidays and things like that, there's not much room for a Christmas tree and like all of that good stuff. That's the only problem I have. Like when I create homes, I don't make them big enough for like, adding in things that you might want to add in like as a temporary sort of situation. So like during those like Winterfest holidays or like Harvest Fest, you want to have like a big family gathering. I probably don't create enough space for that. So my bad. And as you can see, I do actually shrink the house slightly, just ever so slightly, because I just felt the living room was too much, and I was like, there's not enough in base game to fill up a living room with a bunch of stuff, so I just shrunk it down a little bit. And you'll see me do the gardens as well. I was pretty pleased about the way the gardens turned out. I'm really trying to experiment more with the gardens and just make them look a bit more interesting and a bit more like landscaped, and just like, I don't know. I just think it looks interesting. I think I prefer the right side garden to the left one, but I think I put all the effort into the right one, and I was like, ugh, this isn't even the side of the house I furnished, so I probably should have done it the other way around, but it's fine. So with most of my builds, if I do like 2 lots or 2 homes on one lot, I only furnish one. So that's what I've done here. I've just finished one. But talking of 2 lots on 1 home, we've got the the trailer for the new pack that's coming out, The Sims 4 for Rent. It's a weird name. I think they was a bit lazy with the name, to be fair. Probably could have been something else, but it is what it is. But with that pack, we'll get the ability to have like multiple like functioning lots, on like multiple functioning homes on 1 lot. So I didn't know this pack was coming with those kind of like options, I should say. Like I kind of saw the leak, so I knew we was getting a new pack, an expansion pack, but I didn't read up on it, so I didn't know what the actual like features were until I watched the trailer. But yeah, I'm actually excited for that. I'm really excited. I think I am a bit like we're getting a similar feel to like city living kind of, but at the same time it's quite different. There's different like themes around it, so I'm interested to see what the pack's like. I'm interested to watch like if they have like a gameplay trailer and also just like what early access do with it, and if they have a live stream as well, then I'll watch that, because that's always interesting to get the features of the pack. But yeah, I'm actually excited. So I've done this. I've also done another build quite recently. I think I've done 2. I've done 2 builds recently actually that are both on the gallery, and they're like townhouses or like lots that are on like 2 homes on 1 lot. So I have a few builds already on my gallery, like ready for this pack. I had an apartment. I've done like a base game apartment as well. I've done 2 base game apartments, but only one of them I've done as a speed build. The other one I just put up in the gallery once I did it. So yeah, have a look at my gallery for anything like base game that has like multiple lots or multiple homes on 1 lot, because it'll come in handy with this new pack. I mean, that's if you want the new pack. I think I'll enjoy it for that aspect, because I was thinking about this, and I think I spoke about this in my last speed build, or I don't know if that's the one where I was having trouble with the audio. But I'm playing with a household at the moment, and they're twins. And at the moment, they live together whilst they're completing uni. They've literally just finished uni, and I've just saved the game and left because I'm like, I want to wait for the graduation a little bit, but I want a bit of a break between the graduation. So they're about to graduate university, but I really want them to have their own lives going on. But I kind of don't want them to be in separate households where I have to like load up a different household and load up another household to like keep track of what's going on. So I kind of like the idea of them living on the same lot but in different homes. So that the style of the homes won't be that different in terms of the exterior. There'll be like 2 similar homes, almost like a townhouse or like just attached homes like these ones. Or I'm thinking of just splitting up the households and then jumping in between, doing some rotational gameplay. But because they're twins, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they've just been together the whole time. They went to uni together. They've stayed in the same dorms together. Like, they stayed in their own apartment. Like, the dorms was getting annoying because I was always late to class, even though there was like a few minutes walk away from it. So it was just annoying. So I just moved them out, and I moved them to San Myshuno in like a little apartment. And the apartment is so small, but they keep having a little bubble up of like one baby. Like, they'll have like the nappy or a little like rattle, like bubble up above their head. So I'm like, they want children, they want to start a family, but the apartment's tiny. Both of them are in like relationships, but like not officially relationships. Like, none of them are like boyfriend and girlfriend with anyone yet. They've just got people that they're seeing. So I'm kind of waiting for it to be kind of initiated, that someone asks. I mean, one of them is at least asked to move in, so I just said yes, because I feel like I'm going with the idea of like, one is a bit more kind of just like work focused. The other one just really wants to be a stay-at-home mom. She just wants to have that kind of like chilled. I say chilled. It's probably not chilled. Just like be at home with children. But I think she doesn't really necessarily want to like juggle work and home life. She wants to be like the home, like the one that looks after the home basically. So I think this pack will come in handy. I don't know if I'll live in the world. It's a pretty world, but I don't know. Maybe I would. It depends on what it looks like. I've only seen a little bit of the world, so maybe if I see the full world, I'll have an idea. It's like, are we just going to move my Sims into that world and live out their lives there? We'll see. Because so far it looks really cute. It looks really pretty. And I like the tropical feel of it as well. I feel like we don't have enough worlds like that. But yeah, I'm excited. Also, I just recently downloaded House Flipper, so I'm excited to give that a try as well and see how I get on with that, because I think that'll be fun to use. But yeah, as you'll see, I'll move on to the garden. And I really struggle with using like the quarter tile for like floor placements, so I had to use the fences to like map out where I wanted everything to be. I did use like a reference from Pinterest. I saw like a garden plan that looked similar to this, so I just used that as a bit of reference, to be fair. But yeah, I low-key struggled with the way of like making it look the way I wanted it to look. So I had to like get the fences out, draw out the outline of using the fence, and then go in with the floor like pieces, and then I finally got it the way I wanted it to look. But yeah, I'm not good with like the floor pieces, especially if I have to do like quarter tile. Like I always struggle with that. So yeah, but that's a tip. If you struggle yourself as well with like doing certain patterns and things like that with the flooring, feel free to just like get a fence out and like draw out the outline of a fence or like a half wall or something, and then do it that way. That's what I did. I just found it easier that way. I don't know how British it is to just have like lounge chairs in the garden. I feel like it's just not something we really have that often because our weather isn't normally very good. So I don't think many people in the UK have lounge chairs. I don't think many people in the UK even have pools. Like, to be fair, I watched this guy called the Pool Guy on TikTok as well. I think, yeah, he's in the UK. And he just goes around cleaning pools and like maintaining pools. So I've seen that a lot of people do actually have pools in their homes, but I think, you know, it's a certain demographic they probably have it, or a certain like group of people that have it, because it's not a norm to have a pool. Like if you had a pool, if I heard you had a pool in your house, then I'd be like, you're rich because I can't imagine how much it costs to even install a pool, let alone to maintain the pool. So yeah, I always just thought there's money involved in that one, isn't there? But yeah, I just did some simple landscaping. I didn't do too much landscaping. I'm getting a bit lazy as well with the landscaping. Like sometimes I'm just not feeling it, and sometimes I'm like, I just don't want to landscape. So doing a home like this, which is quite small, and like most of the kind of like outline of the build is just concrete. I've just done the sidewalk slabs for the flooring instead of actually going in and doing any landscaping. I just couldn't bother, because normally my landscaping all looks the same, especially if it's base game. I'll just put hedges around the house. That's all I'll do. I'll just put hedges around the house. So I just thought I'd give it a miss, you know, try something different. I say that, but I don't think this build is very much different to anything else I've done, to be fair. But I did, with this like second garden, I did do some like I was about to say flooring, but I meant decking. But I didn't raise it or I didn't lower it on a platform or anything, so it feels a bit weird. So I just separated it with a fence, and then I've lowered a space for like gardening. I don't know why, I just thought it'd make it look a bit different. I don't ever like lower a spot for gardening, but I've just lowered a section and then put some planters in there. I could have I could have put like a fountain in there, or a pond. I mean, not a pond, a pool. Like, I don't know, maybe something else. But I think the garden aspect is kind of cute. And then you've got the small space around it that's just like spare green space. So I was thinking, I don't know if you can really fit in the monkey bars in there. I don't think you really can, but it's there. So feel free to do what you wish with it. You can probably fit in the, if you have city living, you can fit in the basketball court. I think that's decent. Well, that's something. But yeah, it's just a little garden like spot basically, but I've just lowered it on a platform because I just thought it'd make it look a bit more interesting than just being there for no reason. So there we go. I hope it's interesting for you guys as well. But then I just end up putting like some seating outside as well. I've done like a picnic bench, and then I've done some separate seating in the corner. Put a barbecue in there as well. Always put a barbecue in the gardens. I feel like that's quite British to have a barbecue in the garden. Like, I don't think everyone necessarily has a barbecue, but like, we do enjoy a good barbecue, especially in the summertime. So I just felt chucking one in makes sense. But I don't think the exterior or interior really is like fully British style. It's just the floor plan that I liked. And I tried to keep like the front exterior looking a bit more like it would as well. I've noticed that not a lot of homes are on like either foundations or platforms like that. Sometimes you can find them like almost like slanted on a hill. Like, I looked at a house the other day and I was like, imagine trying to walk up those stairs if you was like tipsy or something. Like, it was like weird to look at, because I just thought this looks really steep or like quite high. But it's because the houses were like almost on an angle, and like you had stairs walking up to the front door. But I was just looking at it, I was like, this is just so weird to look at, because like my house is, I wouldn't say it's on a foundation. It probably is, because there's like a step and then my door. So there is a slight foundation, but like in Sims terms, it'd be like one up on the foundation on the platform tool. But yeah, I don't think a lot of the houses are very high unless they're like typically built higher. But then it kind of worries me, because I keep seeing loads of floods and stuff around different areas of the world. So part of me is like, living in a house that's quite low to the ground is probably not the safest when it comes to like floods and stuff. But hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, I'm touching everything on my head. that we don't have that problem here. I mean, it has been pretty like wet and gloomy, but it's not been too bad. So hopefully it gets better. But we move inside to the house. I do a little work on the entryway. Also, I forgot to mention, like, in the video, there was, like, the only way I can describe it is like a glass... I don't know how to describe it, actually. It's kind of like a glass, like, piece in between the wall. And I didn't know how to recreate that, so I just used the little windows. But I was kind of thinking maybe I could have tried to use maybe, like, a half wall and the little element square, like, cube things that you can get in base game. Like when you're doing the elements chart, I think it's called, or something like that. I can't remember, but that's the only other way I could make it work, because it's almost just like, I don't know how to describe it. I might have to find a picture and then like put it on the screen if I can find something that like resembles it, or I might just screenshot the video and put it on there because I didn't know how else to describe it. I don't know if there's probably a name for it. I just don't know what it's called. But I just thought that was a really cool element, and I feel like that's something you see in like a mid-century kind of home, but I don't know if mid-century is something we had here in the UK. I don't know if mid-century is like a staple for other places in the world. I don't know. I don't know enough about like styles and architecture design, to be fair. Like, I just base it on what I kind of see or like what I hear other people talk about, but I don't really go out my way to research architecture like that, so I don't know. But maybe I will now. Maybe I'll have a little Google and be like, what does mid-century in the UK looks like if it was a thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's mid-century is more of a time as opposed to a style, or if it's more of a style than it is a time. I don't know. But maybe I'll do little Googles and find out. But I just kept the dining area pretty simple. It's only a small house as it is, and it's a small area. So, 4-seater dining table, it all functions. Your sim could walk through the area just fine. I'm trying to think. I think there's only one thing that I changed about this house. I'm trying to remember if it was this build. I think it was... No, I think it's another build I've just done. I'm trying to think. I don't think I had to change anything about this build, did I? No. I think it's fine. It worked fine. So I'm just trying to think. No, it was my other build, yeah. This one was fine. I think there's plenty of space around it though, so then that's probably why it was okay. I pulled out this sofa. It's probably one of my favourite base game sofas. I really want more sofas like this. Or I really wanted to update it so we get more swatches for this. I'm pretty sure I've said it before, and probably someone else has said it as well. I'm pretty sure I've heard someone else say that they want more swatches of it. But I would love more swatches for this sofa because it's lush. I need to cut out some of the pauses. I didn't realise they were so long, but I will cut them out. I ended up like pulling out all the furniture I wanted to use beforehand. So this speedboard is a bit quicker because I've actually pulled everything out before I wanted to use it. Kind of knew what I wanted to go with. And because it's only a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, simple enough floor plan, it was pretty easy to put together, to be fair. And it was only base game, so I didn't have that much to work with. So I just did what I could with what I had. And so yeah, it is 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. And then I'm trying to remember what lot size it is. It's probably 30 by 20. I'm pretty sure it's 30 by 20. And then the price of the build, I think it was like 60k, I think. I could be so wrong. I can't actually remember from the top of my head, but yeah, with the new lot type where you can like have multiple households on one lot, I wonder how the bills are split up and things like that, because that's the only issue of me doing it without that kind of function in the game. Is like you're gonna have a hefty bill because you've got 2 fully furnished function homes, and your bill is gonna be like stupidly like a stupid amount. So I don't know how else to I don't know how to reduce that without that pack, but we'll see how that pack runs when we get some more information on it and see how it goes. But yeah, kitchen, like I said, pretty simple kitchen. I really like the kitchen though. I don't know what it is. Like, I either like a really big fancy kitchen or I like a small cozy kitchen, because at the end of the day, all you're doing is cooking in there. But I guess if you are like a big family and you want to have a lot of like people cook together, then obviously a big kitchen is a lot more handy for that. But if you're like a household like this, I feel like having a small kitchen kind of makes sense, because you can obviously like still have your child in the kitchen with you and like help you out with some of the dishes, but it's not like super small that you're struggling to get more than one sim in there kind of thing. So yeah, I think it works for this household. Like, I can imagine like 2 children and like a couple, like a parent, like yeah, two adults basically being in this house and pretty comfortable in it as well. So I normally only clutter up like one kind of counter, so the other counters are fully functional. So we got 2 spare counters, and then we've got like 2 end pieces on the side with the sink, so they should all be like functional enough to cook on and everything like that. I playtest all my builds, so I definitely playtested the kitchen and it worked fine. I didn't run into any issues, so you'll be good. The the child's bedroom, I think when I look back at it, I was like, it's a bit bare, like there's not much in there. But I didn't really know what else to put in there, and it's because it's base game as well. It's like if you have other packs, and you can obviously put more stuff in there. But for me, I just kept it simple. I've got a desk, you got your beds, you got a wardrobe. I mean, one wardrobe between 2 children might be a bit of a stretch, but maybe it's only one child and they just have a bunk bed because they like have sleepovers with their friend, or they've got like a best friend or something. So maybe it's fine that they only have one wardrobe. And I've got a toy box in there as well, and like a mirror as well, squeezed in there. I don't think I put many things on the wall. Maybe some posters and pictures, but that's about it. Like I feel like I could have added more, and I realized as well I didn't change any of the wallpaper colors for like the bedrooms, so it's all just white. So I mean, it's kind of realistic, but I guess most people do decorate rooms and like personalize them a bit more. But I kept it simple. The bathroom as well, very simple. I changed that the tiling for the floor. I just used like the updated swatch for one of like the concrete or the stone swatches. So they've given us like this white. I say it's white. It's more off white. It's more like I don't even want to say a beige, but it's not crystal white. It's not white, as you can see when you compare it to the other white items in that room. But yeah, I just basically like made my own pattern for that floor, and I just thought it'd be cute. And then in the hallway upstairs, I've just added in some extra details. It just felt blank, so I just put like a mirror, a wardrobe out there, so like extra storage almost, and a plant, just to fancy it up a bit. And then the main bedroom is the next room, and I just keep it pretty simple as well. I've got a double bed in there. I've put 2 dresses in there, and then I've just like put some clutter on top as well. But we are coming to the end of the video. This is the last room that I do, and yeah. As always, my build is up on the gallery. If you want this build, you can check it out. You can search for my gallery ID by searching Saabythesimmer or Saabythesimmer, whichever one comes up. I think some people said it doesn't come up, but it should come up with either one of those. If not, please do let me know in the comments and I will figure out what's happening. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, any things you want to see me do next, please let me know in the comments. If you have builds that you want me to like renovate with like pack restrictions or something, like let me know as well. I love a good renovation, you know, as long as it's not a huge house. Like if it's a mansion, I won't do it. Like I will be so overwhelmed I wouldn't be able to do it. But if it's like a small home, I can do that. So if you have any like builds that you want me to renovate and you want me to do like pack restricted or anything like that, do let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do that for you guys. But yeah, I will see you on this channel real soon with another video, guys. Take care. See you soon. Bye.